Hey guys, this is PrimEval. We're back with our sixth game with no quitters, and our third game as the Songhai. So far things have been pretty peaceful. We've had a lot of space to ourselves, and we're pretty happy with the mix of resources that are in our lands. We also have two natural wonders that we are working, or at least using for some sort of a benefit. It's too bad we're not Spain. And we're about to finish our national college, so we're hoping to remain peaceful for a while and perhaps tech up. And if we are in a nice tech position, then we won't be in a rush to attack the Incans. We are leading on manufactured goods, so long as we're ahead, I don't feel the need to knock down my neighbor. Alright, up next, let's try for the Chitinista here, although we're likely going to lose out on that as well. So given that, perhaps I should reconsider and look more carefully at what my options are. So here, let's go and grab a market, since we're pulling in a good 5 gold per turn here. And we'll also want to work some fish to grow a little faster. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. That looks okay as well. Other options include a stable for the one horse, a watermill, a circus, a mint, an amphitheater. Let's try for this world wonder, even though we haven't had much luck with wonder building as of late. Oh no, we lost it on the Chichen Itza as well. And looks like two of our cities are following other religions. It's going to be hard to push back, and I don't even know if that will be worth it. Let's go and grab ourselves a quick watermill then. Or amphitheater. We'll go with the watermill. And there's our stable done. Let's take a look at the demographics. We are third on soldiers, so whoa. We've got a catapult, we've got a bunch of composites. Okay, let's, looks like the Incans are going to start attacking city-states, and that just means they'll get stronger, so we might have to build up an army to keep that under control. So at least we're almost no longer friends with Geneva, so we won't have lost out on too much should the Incans decide to go and attack Geneva. Alright, so that's the watermill. We could go and grab ourselves a garden, although we're not generating any great pupil points at the moment. So instead, let's go and grab a amphitheater. Although I don't really want too much culture, I want most of my social policies from now on to go into rationalism. So let's go and grab a stable instead. We'll get the amphitheaters online once we hit the Renaissance. And the fastest way into the Renaissance here looks like acoustics. Let's see how our social policies are going to time out. 9 turns. So we're not going to get into the Renaissance before that. And if we go up via astronomy, that's 17 turns. So, trying to think of how many social policies I'll have to pop before I get into rationalism, or the Renaissance, and thus can start unlocking the rationalism tree. Alright, so we have a deal here, cotton for salt. Let's see what else he has to offer. So since we are going to, after this stable, we're going to work on a settler, and we're going to go and settle over here. I think that's still a whole bunch of turns though, and we do have this pair of salt. Sure, I can help Japan out. I want to keep the guys who are weaker than me in the game so that we can team up with them against whoever ends up being the runaway leader. So we'll try to keep Japan strong if it doesn't cost us anything. We just finished that road, even though the graphic is slow to appear. Do we want to work on our road towards Timbuktu, or do we want to go and farm up those tiles? Alright, so that cotton triggered a Wheel of the King Day. Let's go work some more food so we can continue to grow. And I guess the Incans are at war. It looks like someone just did damage to that pikeman. Alright, so while we're training the settler 2 turns, we won't be able to speed that up, so that's fine. Let's actually get the tiles that give us gold then. Alright, so we've accumulated enough faith to buy something. If we could purchase a pagoda, I would, but our religion hasn't spread yet. Alright, so there's another composite. Let's work on another one, and I think we will need to go to war with the Incans here. I guess we can grab a shrine, and then we can work our way up towards the mud mosques. So what you saw just there was the interface. Sometimes it glitches out and locks you into something. Usually the best way to get out of that is to hit the period key, which is tells you to switch to the next available unit, or the the escape key, which brings up the main menu, and then that'll often get you out of any interface bugs. Anyways, it looks like the Incans have just completed the Great Wall, so attacking them now will be a little more difficult, but I think just having these extra composites around won't be bad. In fact, we might want to go and attack Geneva ourselves, just so we have a nice entryway into the Incan lands, where we can start dropping great generals and so forth. So I think I actually will go now. Choose production. We just finished our settler. Let's grab a horseman, and what's the fastest way to this hill? Up that way. We'll start getting our archers into position to attack Geneva. Geneva is not allies with anyone in particular. And we don't want to alarm the Incans. So we'll send our archers around the top. Although while we're attacking Geneva, I expect that the Incans will attack us, because they obviously don't want us to have the city-state that's right beside them. We're second in terms of military. We are above the Incans by a fair amount, but not a very large amount. So up next, let's go and grab our universities. Maybe it's not the best time to go to war when you're trying to get your universities up, but here I am. Alright, so our next social policy is in 5 turns. I guess, yeah, we'll hit acoustics here, or via banking. Guilds. We don't have a very productive city that could build Machu Picchu for us, although I really would like Machu Picchu. Alright, we'll try to get into the Renaissance as quickly as possible here. Okay, so we just finished that composite. We'll probably want another horseman, or do we have a stable here? Yeah, we'll build this horseman here since we do have the stable, and let's go and see what's happening in Geneva. Meanwhile, trying to stay out of line of sight of the Incan units. We're also going to want to hit crossbows towards machinery, and it's very possible that the Incans have machinery already, since I just saw them retreat their slinger. I'm not sure why they would have done that, except for maybe they want to get an upgrade in. Alright, so with Geneva being at 29 strength, I don't know if all of these composite bows will be sufficient to take it down. I guess there is only one way to find out. we should probably work on a road, especially if we're going to be going to war in this direction. Alright, let's see how much damage we take from Geneva's range attack here. Quite a bit. Enough for a spearman to kill us. Okay, so we're barely putting in a dent into Geneva here. That's not good. We could enhance our religion. Military-wise, we are still stronger than the Incans. Alright, so do we want to settle this great prophet? Only one religion has been enhanced so far. So, if we grab an enhancer, itinerant preachers is the next strongest for passive spread, and we could also grab the 2 happiness off of temples is gone already, so I guess the 1 happiness off of shrines will have to do. Alright, let's see if we lose any more units to Geneva, and let's go lock down the food tiles. That looks fine. Okay. Okay, we are taking a fair amount of damage here. I don't know if I trust this Japanese scout here to not capture our settler. So there's 1 road piece done. Here's another horseman. And we can build ourselves another horseman. Sure, why not? Although, if we are serious about taking Geneva, we should probably get ourselves a catapult. The market is done. We need to get to work on a university, and we do want to continue to grow. Everything else looks fine. So actually, founding that city worked out pretty perfectly because it delayed our next social policy by 2 turns, and that's the 2 turns we need to get into the Renaissance. Let's start production on a monument. Alright, so we are losing a lot of units in our attack on Geneva here. They were a lot stronger than we suspected, so we're going to have to pull back in embarrassment. We've accumulated enough faith to purchase something. I guess one of our cities has adopted probably some sort of a faith-based unit purchasing. Salt for silk. I am going to get that online myself as well, but just not immediately, so sure, I can accept that. Alright, so we finished our university. Let's go and employ those slots right away. And we'll go and squeeze out a quick circus. And then we do need to get serious about military here. Oh, this is a disaster. I really need to get better at judging how many units I need to take on a city of what combat strength. I mean, at least we're getting some experience on our units here, but this is not the best way to go about it. And at least we're getting enough experience to earn a great general, I do believe. Well, let's go and open up rationalism first. That gets us a nice science boost. And here's our great general. Hopefully we can send him over unescorted. Okay, so we can go for our unique unit here. That could help with our siege, but more importantly I think we'll want to get machinery online first. We are down to just the 3 composites, unfortunately, and we're probably going to drop down on military might as well as these city-states start removing our units. Geneva just killed our scout. And the enemy religion is spreading like wildfire. Alright, so now for the military units. Although the Sistine Chapel wouldn't be bad, it would help us push through rationalism a lot faster here. I think we have time for a quick amphitheater. And we'll get to work on a composite. University complete. And we'll get to work on a mud mosque. Okay. So our horseman is taking all the hits, that's good. Okay, so this city-state is really dealing our horsemen a lot of damage. I think we'll try to use these upgrades, and perhaps we'll slide some other units in instead. Since we've got a lot of food but not much production, I think I'll actually put a mine on this. So after the amphitheater, we're going to go and grab another horseman, and we're going to grab another composite. Okay, so Geneva has trained another pikeman, which isn't good news for us. If we leave this guy here, he'll certainly be killed. So let's go and retreat. Demographics-wise, we are third on soldiers, but the Incans are no longer last. So they could be building up a secret army here. And they've founded another city, a sixth city. As well, their religion is pushing out quite strongly, although it's starting to butt up against the, I think that's the Japanese religion. World religions, nope, that's the Celtic religion, Taoism. Shinto from the Incans, and Tengrism from Songhai. But Tengrism isn't actually doing so well. So we also have quite a gold stockpile here. We're going to use that to upgrade a bunch of our units to crossbowmen. I think it's time to withdraw. We've definitely overstayed our welcome here. Up next, we'll go for our unique unit, then we'll swing over to metal casting for workshops, and then we'll head over to astronomy for some observatories. While we're here, let's grab an opera house, although perhaps we might actually be able to get a Sistine Chapel. So Geneva has dealt with us quite handily and most embarrassingly. And on that sad note, I think we'll stop the video, and I'll see you in part 4.